What do we have here? Wowza, that feels nice, you know. That actually feels really nice. Yeah, I like the feel of this. I think naked could be the way forward. Oh, that seating position is beautiful. Getting a few looks as well. Must be a nice bike. Yeah! Hell yeah! Yes, people! Welcome back to LDN Bikes. It's LDN Bikes here with you, and today I am bringing you a review about the 2018 Honda CB1000R. Yes, the first naked bike of many to be reviewed this coming year. Now, wow! So much different from a sports bike. So much different from a sports bike. In all honesty, I've never ridden a bike like this before. I've always loved sports bikes. They've been the main forefront, and as you know, I have ridden other bikes such as the Honda Africa Twin. So basically today my bike went in for an MOT, and Honda were like, look, you want to take a bike? I was like, yeah, hell yeah. I want to take that Honda CB1000R because I need to know if sports bikes are still relevant. And I know. From someone who does a lot of track days, it sounds like a stupid question, but is it really? Because a lot of the times I spend on the streets, and I wanted something more comfortable. And as soon as I sat down on this, I thought I was sitting in my sofa at home. This is just nice. It's just so upright. The positioning is great. My legs at like a 90-degree angle. I don't feel crunched up. I don't feel like I'm about to be born into the world again, like someone's giving birth to me. I feel free. I feel open. There's no windscreen on this. I just feel like I'm ready to take on the world. And that's kind of a feeling I've been looking for quite some time now. I know I'm a massive fan of the BMW S1000RR. That is my dream bike, but is it still relevant? And today I've realized maybe it's not as relevant as I once thought. These naked bikes are packing some serious punch, and they're really designed to be a great all-rounder for someone who maybe has come from a sports bike, or maybe not looking to step up yet to a sports bike and wanted something in between. This 1000 is a fantastic bike. So just to give you a bit of a lowdown on this bike, the great thing about this particular bike is the starting price, 11,499, brand new, £11,499. And if you give them 11,500, you will get a pound change. Don't know what you could buy for it, but you'll get it. And you're getting great technology from this machine. This in particular has the old Honda Fireblade engine from, I believe, around the 2008 model. So the engine has been around a hell of a long time, but it's not exactly the same. The characteristics are completely different on this particular bike, and we'll run through that in a sec. Once I get out of this traffic. Oh my God, it's the police. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. Oops, my bad. One thing that is different is the horn is in a completely different position than on my 600RR. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm looking at. And on this bike we have four rider modes, which just goes across the top there. But top right hand corner, we've got the temperature. At the minute we're sitting on 84. That's nice. At the bottom we've got the trip, and then on the right hand side we've got the electronic braking, so ABS. We have got the traction control, and then we have got, I don't know what the P is, but by the time I do this video I'll find out and I'll let you know. And then we've got the miles per hour that we're actually doing, currently sitting at 39. And then we have, to the left hand side, we've got our rev counter and our gear indication. A gear indication, that is something I have not seen for a long while. I know a lot of the newer bikes have got it, but I have a 2007 bike, so I don't have a gear indicator on there. But one thing I do love about the Hondas is their petrol gauge. Why all bikes don't come with a petrol gauge, I do not know, but Honda, they're faithful to it. I've got one on my CBR600 RR7, and this CB1000R 2018 also has a petrol gauge. So that is a great addition to these bikes. So as I was saying, we've got 4 rider modes, which tells you at the top. At the minute I'm currently sitting in sport, which is the all-out, full power, everything. You know, minimum traction control, minimum electronic braking involvement. And just to give you an idea, we've got traction control, we've got engine braking, and then we've got power. So the bottom one is actually the power mode. So what it does is, when you're in rain, it gives you less power. I believe that we're now sitting at about 100 bhp in power. We've got full engine braking and electronic braking, and then we've got traction control on max, which is currently in rain mode. So moving over to sport mode, we've got full power, which is 142 bhp, I believe, 104 newton meters of torque, and yeah, full beast mode. And this bike is beast mode. Yeah, you know, the power delivery feels a lot more brutal than my Honda CBR600RR, most definitely. But it does it in a real linear way. It's quite strange, actually. It's very fun, really enjoyable, and also the seating position makes it a bit more thrilling. It feels a lot more thrilling. The fact that you haven't got a windscreen as well, so you feel the full effects of the of gravity and G-force and all of that malarkey. That scientific fact coming in at you at full speed. It feels quite interesting, really interesting. As I was saying, we've got the engine from the 2008 Honda CBR 5-blade, but it has been transformed. It's a lot linear, a lot smoother. We've got new forged pistons. The engine block is a lot higher, so it's higher center of gravity, makes it a lot smooth. We've got straight same inline 4 motor from Honda, producing 142 bhp, 104 newton meters of torque. It is 1000cc, and it is a great machine. It really is a nice bike. It's the first time I've ridden a naked like this, and would I own one? Yes, I would. Is it my first choice? No, it isn't. And I really think with a bike like this you can have a lot of fun. The way it picks up power, it really does deliver very nicely. But one thing, now it's only to be expected, but no wing mirror, windscreen is something that I think I will struggle with, really. I know you don't get it on any naked bikes, but to be honest, when I'm doing high speeds, I think if I'm on the track, if I want to take this to a track every now and again, I would want something just to make me feel a little bit more plugged in, a little bit more involved. And this really can be quite thrilling, most definitely, and it is planted, very well planted, but it's not a sports bike at all. And I don't think Honda were trying to go for the sports feel. I think they gave this bike its own rights and really said, yeah, okay, here we go, let's make a street bike. And this is what they've done. They've made a really good street bike, and that's what it is. I don't think it's for me though, in all honesty. I don't think it's for me. But as I was saying, we've got some rider aids here. What I'll do is I'll come around this side. So this is, we've got your lights, you've got your select mode select. So as you can see, as I go through, what you'll see is you'll see these change here. So we've got the traction, we've got the electronic braking, and we've got the power mode. So now we're in user, we've got full power, we've got a semi 2/3 traction, and we've got full electronic braking. And we'll move through to rain. There you go, we've got 1/3 power, 2/3 electric braking, and full traction. And then it slowly eases off in standard, that'll be your everyday mode. And then you've got full blown sports, that is minimal traction, minimal engine or electronic braking, and full power, that is beast mode right there. Although I don't think it is for me long term, it's been enjoyable to ride, and I do think it is a great stepping stone for someone who perhaps no longer wants to ride super sports, and they want something a bit more road friendly, less track orientated. This is something that would be enjoyable. As I said, the only thing that really gets to me is just not having the screen. I know you're not going to get that on most naked bikes, but a little something just to help deflect the wind would be great. These bikes do come with Showa forks. I believe they're SSF forks. We've got the toe keep brake calipers, and then we've got this lovely engine from the old Honda Fireblade. We've got the single exhaust with the dual exit pipe, which is really nice, a little something different. And then we've got this single swing arm rear wheel, nice addition as well. Nice separation with the number plate, quite like that as well. Probably wouldn't change that myself. I'm not really a fan of big plates, but I'd probably put something a little bit smaller on there if I was allowed to do so. But yeah, nice single swing arm there. Nice bike, really nice bike. So it corners really well. Feels a lot nicer to corner than my CB1000R. So that feels nice. I just put £5 in a tank. That gave me 2 bars. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars in total. So I guess we're looking probably about between 15 and 18 pounds to fill the tank, which is probably about right. Now, one thing that I have noticed is that the clutch on this particular bike is either on or off. Biting point is really strange. Honk if you're horny. So yeah, that's me. Apparently, actually, well, I don't know. Anyway, back to the review. So as I was saying earlier, the power is always there. I was earlier doing 30 in 6th gear, and you know, there was no issues whatsoever in overtaking. The power was just nice and linear all the way up through the rev range. As I said, the power is a lot more brutal when you're sort of perhaps maybe on the autobahn or something like that, really hammering it. You've got no screen there, so it kind of gives you a bit more of a thrill. I'm very new to this, coming from my sports bike. My sports bike feels a lot more closed in. This is a lot more open up. The bars are a lot wider, but I do like the seating position on this. I do like the bars. My legs are a bit wider out. The tank is a lot wider, but it looks, I really like the looks of this. It's quite modern classic, I like to call it. It's quite interesting. Now, in all honesty, I've never looked at the CB1000R before. I've even looked at the MSX before I've even looked at this particular bike. But when I actually put my eyes on it, I did think, yeah, that's a nice looking bike. Is it as nice as the Triumph Street Triple? Probably not. The S1000R? Probably not. Or the MT10? well, the NT10 looks like a transformer to me. I'm not overly a massive fan of the front end of it, but it is a phenomenal machine, and we will be jumping on one of those soon. But this one is more classic looking. It feels a bit more grown up. The seating position, the weight, the power delivery, it's a bit more man in his mid-50s, I'd say, sort of styling, as opposed to the MT10. But power, as you can see, is beautiful. And when that sort of power band kicks in at around 7.5 RPM, it just turns into an absolute animal, and I really like it. I really like it. So would I get this bike? It would probably be on my list. It would probably be on my list. Before I can confirm that, I would need to try the others first and really get to grips with it. But I am a Honda fan, although I'm not trying to be biased anyway. You're gonna get a bulletproof bike if you buy the CB1000R, and at £11,500 you can't really go wrong. And the power that you get in the toys, it's not bad going. Now, you're not going to get as many toys as you perhaps would on the S1000R. I mean, this does not have auto blippers and quick shifters. It doesn't, unfortunately. You do have to pay extra for those things, whereas on the S1000R you get those as standard. There's no heated grips or anything like that. All you've got is rider modes, which is great. That is my review of the 2018 Honda CB1000R, and hit me up in the comments. Please subscribe and like, and let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Have you ridden this bike? Is this something that you would be interested in getting, or you're looking at? And if you've got any questions, just let me know and I'll be sure to hit you up.